Well, welcome back to the Cabbage Patch. I'm Dad.
I'm Tommy.
And I'm Gus.
Right, and tonight we've branched out a little bit from the pirate games, right?
Yeah.
We played a battle royale game called Rain, which I picked up at Barnes & Noble on sale, so I think everybody can see that, right? And it is a game for, I think, 2 to 4 players. 2 to 4 players. It says that it's ages 8 and up, and you can play it in 30 to 45 minutes. I think we got it done in about 25, 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So each player gets a faction, right? There's a Viking faction, there's a futuristic battle guy faction, there's a robot mech faction, and
Samurai.
And a samurai faction, which we didn't use since there's only 3 of us, right?
Yeah.
So it's a battle royale game, right? So what does that mean? What's it like?
Fortnite.
Is it like Fortnite? Yeah, a little bit. Where as players take turns, and it's tracked here, right? So as players take turns, it's tracked on this thing, on this, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a tracker that as we take a turn, so I take a turn, and when I take a turn I can move up to 3 spaces with one of my guys. I can attack another guy, and I can take one of these little power stone things, right? Right, take one of these little power stone things. So I can do any of those 3 things on my turn.
Okay.
But once I'm done with that turn, it goes and it moves around the board. And once it gets all the way around the board to this bit, let me move these out of the way so folks can see. To this bit here, it's the Fortnite warning sign, and one of these pieces of the map comes off.
And anything on it gets
Dies.
destroyed.
Right? Anything on this piece of the map that I'm taking, right? It either if there's a guy on there, they die. If there are gems on there, they're gone. Right?
Yeah.
So you keep playing, taking turns, right? And fighting each other until you get all the way into the center, and then it's whoever's in the center gets to fight it out. So this goes all the way around the map until it goes to the middle bit. And then the pieces fall off. And the way you know which piece falls off next is there are these cards that say which piece falls off next. So you always know which part of the map is about to go away, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2 things. One, when you fight people, you can fight them. Each of these unit types, there's a small, a medium, and a large. There's the small, medium, and large of the robots. This is the large, this is the medium, this is the small. They get to add something to their dice roll, right? So if Gus and I are fighting, and I'm fighting with this great big green guy, and Gus has this sort of medium blue guy, my guy is a 3 and Gus' guy is a 2, right?
Yeah.
So then we roll our dice, and we compare numbers. So Gus's dice...
It's more than yours.
I'm sorry, I rolled the wrong color dice, didn't I? So mine's a 5 and Gus's is a 5, but Gus is a 2 power, so his is really a 7. So it's the dice roll plus the power. And mine is a 3, so I got a 7 and I'm sorry, I got an 8 and Gus got a 7, right?
But speaking of the power stones,
But you can choose at the beginning of
around
the roll before we roll our dice to
So
use the power stone.
My guy lost, so I could roll this special one
to the power. So Gus is 2. Now he's got a 7 plus 2, which is 9, to my 5 plus 3, which is 8, and I lost.
Yeah.
So the power stones do that, and then they also let you move more spaces. So if you've got these power stones that are sprinkled throughout the map, I have to show you that, right? So they're sprinkled throughout the map at the beginning of the game, and you collect them. That's one of the actions that you can take, right? So you collect a power stone. Once you collect a power stone, then you can use it for either combat or for movement. And if you want to move, then you roll this dice and say, I want to use my power stone for movement, and you can move up to that many extra spaces.
So, in that example, yeah, I can now move 6 spaces instead of the usual 3. Because you rolled a 3.
So then you would move as many spaces as you could. And again, you're trying to get into the center of the map, right?
Yeah.
And then as the warning signs go off, the map pieces fall away. And I think this is really clever. And then you're eventually ended up with just a bunch of guys in the middle, maybe, that have to fight it out. And it's just a proper battle royale, right?
Yeah.
So it's got some interesting mechanics. There's a little bit of dice rolling. It's a random card that gets drawn to determine what part of the map falls away. The units are decent, though they're a little weak. I'm not sure I love the manufacture of the pieces. But the mechs are cool.
Manufacturer.
The heavies are cool
because you can easily bend them.
Right. Honestly, I think let's find an example of that. If you look at that, the samurai guy, his sword's all bent. Doesn't look very good, so we'll have to take a heat gun to him.
Well, I mean, this one doesn't look half bad. That actually looks kind of accurate.
Yeah, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. These are supposed to be two straight swords. So the pieces have some quality issues. What did you like about this game, Gus?
The fact that it keeps you going, like, you can't just stay there, you have to move, because if this goes to, like, here, then
it's going to drop another piece of the map away. Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Thomas? What did you like?
The way you can just, like, I like destroying other pieces.
So you like the combat part?
Yeah. Although the thing I also dislike about it is not being able to get out of the way, or rolling just like
rolling a bad number.
A 1.
Well, if you roll a 1, that's the whole point of the power stones. So you wander through the map, you pick up power stones. The power stones let you get your dice rolls a little bit better, right?
Yeah. And if you like roll the same number as like a heavy, but you're not a heavy, and you don't have any power stones, yeah, you're gonna die.
Yeah, you're gonna die. So who won this game?
Gus.
Yes.
Yeah, because you had like 5 guys in the middle.
Which isn't accurate at all here because there are only 2.
Yeah, there are only 2. And Tommy had one little guy in there, and Tommy realized that he wasn't going to win, so we just conceded the game.
And he said he joined.
I lost all my guys before I got to the center. It was terrible. Tommy kept beating me up. So
I tried to spare him. I tried to spare Dad, but he was just like, nope.
Yeah, no. We just had to fight. Well, it's a battle royale. You got to fight. I liked the speed. I think the game was fast.
Yeah.
I liked the tension.
A lot of these board games are good, but they're really, really long.
Some of them are really long. I like the tension of every turn you take, it moves it around the disaster hexagon. I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up in the game manual. I liked that you had to keep moving, otherwise you're going to get lost. And I did like the fact that whole pieces of the board came away and took a whole bunch of guys with it.
Yeah.
I thought that was neat.
Maybe they're still floating in space somewhere.
They're still floating in space somewhere. I didn't like the red guys because I think they look kind of cheap. So that's unfortunate. I think this would have been even better if I could have played as the red guys because I really like samurais, but their swords are all bent. So I played as the Vikings, whose swords were not bent.
Well,
right?
I mean, this one's a little bent.
It's a little bent, but not very much. But otherwise, I think the factions are neat. I think it's pretty easy to understand. I don't think we screwed up too many rules. We might have screwed up 1 or 2 rules. I'm not sure that we're supposed to move and capture things at the same time, but we played that way anyway. And I think overall I liked it. It was fun. How many cabbages would you give it, Gus?
It deserves at least a 2.
At least a 2. How about you, Thomas?
Yeah, a 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
You gonna tell them, or you?
I think it deserves a 2.
A 2.
2 cabbages.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
What?
I'll play it again. I do enjoy it, but the pieces bother me, so I might have to upgrade the pieces like I did with some other games.
But the game itself.
The game itself was fun. I think it was fun.
The game itself deserves
the game
a 2.
All right, the game itself deserves a 2. You know, nothing's going to ever come less than...
The pieces I give like half a 1.
Yeah, the game pieces, I don't like the game. So I guess I would give the game pieces a 1, but the game itself a 2. I like the other parts of the other components. The other components are nice. These boards are pretty solid. They fit together pretty well, right? And it doesn't take as long as Godzilla to figure out where the puzzle pieces go, because that took forever.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert for the next when we do Godzilla. And this, the tracker, that's pretty solid. And the gems are pretty solid. All right, I'll give it a 2. You talked me into it.
Yeah.
So it's another 6 cabbage game.
The board is also like a puzzle of itself. It's a game of itself.
Boards,
Put
I like the
together.
puzzle part of the game. It's pretty cool. It only goes in one way, and the box is actually set up to take the pieces back in an appropriate way, which is something that's not usual in some of these games where you have to figure out how to wedge the pieces back in after you get them out. All right, so 6 cabbages. All right?
Yep.
All right, you want to do the outro?
Subscribe, like, and hit that bell, and leave a comment if you want to. It would be
And
appreciated if you did, because not a lot of these YouTube videos get.
Peace out. Eat lots of cabbages.
Peace.
eat lots of cabbages.
Not us.
We had cabbages yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Not us. Not us, please.
All right, good night.
Bye.